Here you can hit the purple targets of the other player and score points rather than losing points. That's why I'm starting with player 2, because it works out that it's better to do that because of the order that the purple targets spawn in. We got a massive combo there, no hits dropped.
And then here, we're going to say none. We get an option. And now suddenly we're an acorn. So this game is very humorous. There's a lot of jokes. Obviously, we skip them all because we skip all of the dialogue and all of the cutscenes.
My headcanon is Mr. Key is doing this to me personally. And he showed up and dropped it off for me. Set it up there for Grandpa.
Unfortunately, since this is all bosses, we only save 3 of them. Because we have to. There's no reasonable way to progress the game without saving those 3. But the rest of them, we just kind of leave.
Now, friends, I have to do something unethical here. Please look away. I'm gonna steal from... Well, is it unethical if I'm stealing from the bad guys? Chat, what do you think? Anyway,
donate and tell us.
I'm stealing bananas. I did not pay. Okay. And I will take this fresh egg.
We are going to see if the tricks works, because I'm going to trigger the cutscene, and if it works correctly, you'll see. Yeah, perfect. So models are fused, and now someone is yelling that we should defend down there, and now, okay, everyone's gone. We move down quickly, apparently, and we are going to jump into the next fight, but the enemy is not here? Wait, what? And we win the fight? That's great. And we, okay, so next fight, let's go. Maybe this, nope, this one is empty too. So we actually managed to successfully trick the game, and apparently this is all that Salomon can conjure, so pretty much nothing. So we managed to trick the game into not putting the enemies into the fight, and this is so cool. It basically skips a ton of grinding.
Wow! Say, is that edible?
Might be the best update of all time.
Say, is that edible?
That is a good one.
Would you like to consume some flan there?
The Terminator jelly.
Yeah, it's real good though.
It's got a Terminator eye. Look, it's definitely a T1000.
And that's all we can do up there because we don't have the mirror or a hook shot to get across.
I believe it might be called a harpoon shot.
I'm gonna need you to leave.
That sounds awesome.
Jaws.
Hello, friends, once again, and for our final day of Prevent-A-Thon, I have once again brought 2 fantastic guests with me because I am not good enough to do this job alone. Sel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Selk is my yourself for short. I am the head organizer around here at Prevent-A-Thon.
And Jupi, would you like to say hello and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jupi, also known as Cute Thankies, and I'm part of the games committee this time. Very excited to see more of the games we have.
It's as per tradition, final day is stacked. We have a whole bunch of amazing games. And we're starting off, I feel like I should talk about it, but I feel like Sel wants to talk about our opener for the day.
This first game is so cool. We're starting off the day with Star Trek Voyager, the arcade game. The reason Alara doesn't want to talk about it is because she's the one running it. Now this might seem like just like a very simple light gun, like just on rails, shoot the bad guys as they come in thing. But like there's some really cool tech to it. There's some very interesting graphics that happen at times. There is also a really interesting bid war as well that is going to be happening with this run. There's a lot happening, and even cooler, assuming that everything goes correctly, Alara's going to be running this on the actual arcade cabinet, so that's just even cooler.
That sounds amazing.
They'll be finding out in a few minutes after this. So then we've got we're going from traditional arcade light gun game to something a little bit different, something you don't see very often in marathons. Jupi, you had expressed interest in a racing game.
Yeah, Colin McRae Rally 2.0, run by Viper UK. Now, you'd think, like, racing game, Viper UK, that's the bread and butter. And this game is amazing because it looks like so weird from a presentation point of view. Like, you don't think this is a racing game until you see it, and it looks amazing. You see a lot of weird visual glitches, and you also see, oh, the car goes in a place somewhere and then it reappears somewhere else. That's a lot of fun. I don't know how it happens, but I love seeing how you go from one place to another without even thinking of what's happening. Yeah, that's normal. Everything's normal.
We've all seen Viper in a whole bunch of marathons. This is absolutely Viper's kind of passion project, just those Colin McRae games. So it's kind of nice to see it. Speaking of passion projects, Cell is very normal about one of these submissions. We have none other than Dangerous, who is also our closing host for the event, doing a game that Dane really loves.
Yeah, I am so excited for Rage on the schedule. This is almost 2 hours of one of the wildest games I think I have ever seen. It's a first-person shooter. You might be like, that name sounds familiar. It's an id Software game. Came out in 2011. It was sort of well known, but it didn't do as well as a lot of other sort of similar games from the time. But there's some really cool components to this run. From what I've seen of the overall movement, it reminds me a lot of some stuff I see in Fallout speedruns, of stuff I've seen in some Portal speedruns as well. There's racing sections, there's boss arena, like wave battles. There's so much happening in this run. I am so normal about it. I am very excited about it. I'm also going to be on the host mic for it, so you're going to get to hear me, yap about my excitement about this game for 2 hours later today.
All right. Then we're kind of finishing off the day with 2 different blocks. First off, we have a mini Donkey Kong block. Jupi, would you like to walk us through perhaps Donkey Kong Country Returns?
Yeah, so for some reason, this game I played in the past, and I look terrible playing at it, so don't worry, you will have someone amazing this time. We're talking about Leah, world record holder on like many of the different versions of the game. Like, it seems like this game is just magic when she plays it, and I love seeing Leah on screen. This will be on the HD remake that was just released very recently on Switch and Switch 2, so really excited to see how this game goes even faster, especially with modern mode. Modern mode lets you see more damage boost, like there's more health for DK and Diddy Kong, and you just get to see more damage boost, more silly shenanigans happening on screen, and I'm really excited.
And then we're continuing Donkey Kong with a newer release on the schedule. So would you like to chime in on that one?
Yeah, it's going to be our second bonus game of the event, and that is Donkey Kong Bonanza, being run by King J. This game is so cool to see the speedrun. I have not played it myself. I don't own a Switch 2, but I've seen the speedruns of it, and they are so cool. There's some really fascinating tech that's been discovered and has been polished in a relatively short time. Again, this game is not that old. King J has been working very hard on it, and it's very cool. Even if you haven't played it yourself, yes, technically the speedrun spoils the end of the story because it's 90%, but there's still a lot of this game that the speedrun really glosses over. And so, as long as you're comfy with a little dash of spoilers, come ooh banana with us, because it's going to be a great time.
All right, and then, like I said, we're finishing off. We have another block. This time, we're closing up with a Sonic block. And we have someone very passionate about Sonic games closing us out. Jupi, would you like to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. Like, we have Mania, we have Adventure Battle, but Generations is probably the one that I'm most excited for. We're talking all modern stages, so lots of very fast action, very neat package that Akio is going to be performing, and especially with Blaze, because I think that Blaze deserves some love, and she has not been playable since, I don't know, like Sonic 06? That's terrible. We should change that. Blaze percent is the thing you want to see, and I think that Akio is going to bring a lovely run. And just, I am excited because Sonic Block is going to be amazing, and Generations is going to be even more amazing.
All right, folks, I hope you're excited for this day. I want to thank so much our two fantastic guests, the great job they did with Games Committee. I will see you all on the other end of this interview, so enjoy your day and enjoy the speedruns.
I used to believe therapy would be an instant solution to my problems, like an immediate fix. But after coming here, I discovered so much more goes into a healing journey. The adversity life has to offer brings us countless lessons, and it's so easy to let those challenges cloud our mind. Life's obstacles can so easily pile like a snowball on our heads to the point where it becomes one big issue, an issue that's nearly impossible to comprehend nor simply fix. When I came to this understanding, I got why they make us come back here 4 times. It initially felt like hell, and I had no vision of getting better here. That was because I didn't know healing takes time. I was oblivious to the fact that my hardships were too significant to solve in one sitting. Healing is a lengthy, strenuous process that ranges from good to bad days, from relapsing to phenomenal streaks, but it's all a part of the process, and that's okay. Now, I can grasp that therapy doesn't fix you, it guides you, since healing is only achievable through yourself and faith. Coming to terms with this was incredibly difficult because it meant I had to put in the effort and be comfortable with focusing on myself, which I'd avoided extensively. Bad influences, social media, and substances all held me back from putting the energy I needed to heal on myself. I hadn't realized paying attention to your feelings can be so scary and even agonizing when you've been putting it off for so long. Although it was scary in the beginning, I can now understand that when you go through something so traumatic, you deserve the attention from yourself and someone as qualified as a therapist. It's so easy to undermine our emotions and circumstances, but I learned it's vital to talk about them, even when it may not be a sad thing, because nobody should bottle how they feel. So when I reflect on how I used to think therapy was a fix rather than a guide, I think the fallacy in that was not knowing that the key to all my problems is and was always within myself. I just needed the time to heal, the focus from myself, and the guidance from my therapist to reach those solutions. Despite being unbearable at times, I'm infinitely thankful for the experience and connections I was lucky enough to gain. This place has made such a considerable impact on my life that I now have lessons I'll carry forever. I was fortunate enough to come here and be given the resources along with the unconditional support from the staff and my cohort in order to heal from something so many people have yet to heal from. I pray that everyone gets the attention and help they're worthy of, and I sincerely thank the Be Brave Ranch for showing me what true perseverance means.